Let me ask you something. What if the real secret to winning at poker isn't about those monster bluffs or hauling in massive pots? What if it's actually about quitting? Today, we're diving deep into the most powerful and honestly the most misunderstood move in the entire game, the fold. And trust me, this isn't about surrender. It's about strategic survival. We've all heard this a million times, right? Quitters never win and winners never quit. It's on motivational posters, it's in every coach's playbook, it's basically hammered into our brains from day one. But what if? What if that's just terrible advice? Because let me tell you, at the poker table, that never quit attitude is a one-way ticket to going broke. In this game, the rules are completely flipped. You don't win by being stubborn and holding on for dear life. Nope. You win by knowing exactly when to let go. You win by quitting at the right time. And that brings us to this really cool idea I call the winning quitters paradox. It's all about shifting your mindset, seeing the fold not as giving up, but as an active, profitable move. Seriously, think about it this way. Every single chip you don't lose is a chip you've basically just earned. Okay, so let's get back to basics for just a second. What exactly is folding? It's super simple. You just toss your cards into the muck, and boom, you're out of the hand. No more betting, no more tough decisions. Your part in that hand is over, and you're just waiting for the next opportunity. Now, here's where the math makes it all click. Look at these two options. Every time you make a bad call, a call you know you shouldn't make, it's like a tiny little leak in your bankroll. It might not seem like much, but over time, those leaks will sink your entire game. But a good fold, a disciplined fold, that's like putting up a shield around your chips. It has a neutral value. It doesn't add to your stack right then, but it stops the bleeding. And in poker, not losing is winning. So where do you even start? Well, the most critical fold you'll ever make is the one that happens before you've put a single chip in the pot, before you've even seen the flop. It all comes down to pre-flop discipline. Think of it like this. You wouldn't build a house on a shaky, crumbling foundation, would you? Of course not. It's the exact same idea in poker. If you decide to play a weak starting hand, you're just setting yourself up for a world of pain and difficult spots later on. You have to be selective. Be picky. Waiting for a solid hand to start with is going to save you so much trouble. So, just how picky are we talking? Get a load of this number. 75%. That's right. The best players in the world are folding roughly 3 out of every 4 hands they are dealt. It's not because they're scared. It's because they're patient. They're waiting for the right moment to pounce. Okay, but what happens when you do get that monster hand? You feel invincible, you're ready to win a huge pot, and then the board completely changes everything? This is where the real test of a poker player comes in. This is where you have to battle your own emotions. All right, let's walk through a hand. Just picture it. You slowly peel back the corners of your cards and you see them. 2 gorgeous bright red kings. Pocket Rocket's little brother. Your heart starts beating a little faster. You put in a nice big raise. A couple of people call. You're feeling fantastic. You're feeling like you can't lose. And then the dealer lays out the flop. An ace, a queen, and 2 of them are spades. Oh boy. Suddenly that feeling of being unstoppable just evaporates, doesn't it? That ace is a total monster card, and that flush draw is a complete nightmare. All of a sudden, your beautiful kings are looking pretty vulnerable. And just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. Someone before you makes a huge bet, and then the player after them shoves all in. The alarm bells in your head should be screaming right now. They are not messing around. They are telling you loud and clear that they have you beat. So, the action is on you. You're sitting there with pocket kings, one of the absolute best starting hands in the whole game. But the board is terrifying, and the action has been insane. What's the play here? What do you do? And this right here. This is the moment of truth. This is where you have to swallow your pride and let your ego go. You have to say goodbye to those beautiful kings. Because as much as it stings, the correct play, the only play, is to fold. It's a painful lesson, for sure, but man, is it a profitable one. Okay, so how do you get yourself to make that tough, disciplined fold every single time? Well, it's not about gut feelings or guesswork. It's about having a system, a little mental checklist you can run through every single time you're faced with a tough decision. Let's break that down. Here it is, your 6-step toolkit for making the perfect fold. First, ask yourself, what hands could my opponent, the villain, actually have right now?
Second, are the pot odds giving me the right price to make this call? Third, what kind of player am I up against? Are they a total maniac or a super tight rock? Fourth, just how dangerous is this board? Fifth, what does my own hand look like to them? And finally, are there any other tells or factors at play? Run through this list and your decisions will get so much clearer.
All right, so you've been working on your defense, you've mastered the strategic fold, but what if I told you that understanding why you fold is the key to becoming a more dangerous attacker? It's time to flip the script. It's time to make them fold.
And that brings us to this incredibly powerful concept called fold equity. Honestly, you should think of it like a superpower. It's the value you get from your ability to make your opponent give up. It's the art of winning the pot without ever having to show your cards.
And this slide really says it all. There are two ways to win a pot in poker. You can have showdown equity, which is just your plain old chance of having the best hand if you go all the way to the end. Or you can have fold equity, your chance of winning simply because your bet is so convincing that your opponent just mucks their hand. And the beautiful part is, when you win with fold equity, it doesn't even matter what cards you are holding. So there you have it, the fold. It's not flashy, it's not glamorous, but I promise you, it is the single most important weapon in a winning poker player's arsenal. It's what separates the pros from the amateurs. So the next time you're at the table, just ask yourself this: are you ready to start winning by quitting?